I won't apologize for saying this out loud today, because silence almost killed me. If you're listening, don't scroll away. This is not another fantasy. This is confession. I speak slowly because truth shakes the chest deeply when spoken raw, without protection. Some stories whisper, others scream loudly. Mine bleeds quietly between these lines, asking to breathe. I don't know your full name, yet my soul already recognizes your arriving footsteps. Somewhere tonight you exist, breathing, laughing perhaps, hurting silently, waiting unknowingly. This message travels through time softly, looking for you before destiny forces collision. I've lived long enough lonely to recognize love before touching it. That's my curse. I learned absence before presence, loss before holding, silence before vows, patience before joy. People see smiles, they miss fractures, hidden behind strength, practiced every morning before facing world. I am not perfect, not healed fully, still learning gentleness with my own heart before offering yours. But hear this, I am loyal in ways fear cannot bend or corrupt. When I choose once, not repeatedly, not conveniently, not temporarily. I don't love with conditions. I love with bones, with future plans, with responsibility. That scares people, because permanence requires courage. Most hearts borrow, mine commits fully. You will meet a man quiet, but observant deeply, reading rooms instantly, protecting energy carefully. I don't compete with other men. I compete only with yesterday's version of myself. I know healing is not linear. I walk it daily, sometimes crawling slowly, sometimes standing tall. There were nights I begged God for softness back, because hardness protected, but hurt deeper. If you've known loneliness inside crowds, if laughter masked a screaming chest, then we align. I don't need a flawless woman. I need honesty, even when ugly, especially then. I promise presence, not perfection, listening without fixing, holding without leaving, staying through storms. If you cry, I won't rush to silence tears. I'll sit there until breathing steadies. I believe love is responsibility, not butterflies only, but choosing daily. Even exhausted, I will ask about your day and mean it, remembering small details others overlook. I notice hands, how they tremble when overwhelmed quietly. I notice eyes asking for safety. Your past won't threaten me. It explains you. I'll respect chapters before our beginning. I won't punish you for scars. I'll protect them from reopening again. That's my vow. I'm not rich in money yet, but rich in intention. Discipline growing daily. Ambition anchored deeply. I build slowly because foundations matter. I refuse shortcuts that collapse futures. under pressure. If we struggle together. No public shaming, no silent treatments, no emotional warfare. Communication saves what attraction starts. I choose conversation over ego always. Even when difficult, you won't guess where you stand with me ever. My consistency speaks louder than promises. I know timing is sacred. Rushing ruins gifts. Waiting matures love. I respect seasons. If you're older or younger, that won't scare me. Souls recognize equals, not calendars. I imagine nights talking deeply about fears first, dreams later, hands intertwined calmly. I imagine silence, comfortable, not awkward, shared space, breathing, two nervous systems finally resting. I imagine building a home emotionally, before walls exist, before rings shine, before announcements scream. I imagine defending our peace fiercely from outsiders' opinions, from unnecessary drama, from spiritual erosion. I imagine prayer before decisions, gratitude after hardships, growth through disagreements, mercy during mistakes. I imagine 2026 not as fantasy, but commitment realized. Two imperfect people choosing forever intentionally. If you're watching and feel pulled, not entertained, but recognized deeply, then don't ignore. This isn't manipulation. This is resonance. Something ancient stirring. Something familiar awakening inside your chest. I'm not asking for blind belief. I'm offering transparency before destiny confirms what intuition whispers. Part 1 ends, but intention continues. This message remains until you arrive or destiny redirects. If you're her, you felt this, not as words, but as remembering something promised long ago. Stay open, stay brave, don't settle quietly for half love or convenient companionship. I'll find you, or you'll find me, but either way, love will recognize what time delayed. This was confession, not performance. Truth rarely decorates, it simply stands and waits. If you stayed until this moment, it means something. Inside you recognized this is continuation, not repetition today. Because real confessions unfold, layer slowly. I speak softer but deeper now, because hooks catch attention first, but depth keeps souls listening. After curiosity fades, after noise disappears, I imagine pausing this video, breathing differently, heart beating louder, wondering quietly why these words feel personal somehow, why timing feels exact. I am not psychic, I am intentional, and intention travels farther than hope. I believe souls send signals outward before bodies meet, before names exchange. Maybe you learned to guard yourself after giving too much to wrong people. Maybe you became strong alone, not because desired, but because necessary. I respect survival. I honor resilience. but I promise softness will return safely. With me present, you won't perform, you won't audition, you won't compete. You'll just exist without explaining pain, without shrinking needs, without apologizing love. I know exhaustion beyond physical tired, the emotional burnout of being misunderstood. I know nights where tears stayed behind eyes silently because strength became habit. If you're independent, I won't diminish your earned confidence. I'll support it. If you're gentle, I won't exploit your softness or trust. I'll protect it. I don't chase temporary sparks. I build slow fires that survive storms. Attraction matters, but alignment decides who lasts longer. When beauty fades, I'm attracted to honesty first, to effort second, to loyalty always. I notice patterns, not words alone. Consistency tells truth, louder than promises. I want mornings where peace exists, even without laughter, even without plans. I want arguments that end respectfully, not doors slammed, not wounds reopened. I want growth through uncomfortable talks, not silent resentment, not passive distance. I want partnership, not control dynamics, not emotional guessing, not our games. If you doubt your worth sometimes, I'll remind gently until confidence returns. If I doubt my direction briefly, I'll lean on prayer, not on escapism. I don't numb with distractions. I confront my shadows and learn daily. You deserve a conscious man, not emotionally unavailable, not half present. I choose awareness, even when painful, because ignorance costs more in love. I don't want to be saved. I want to walk side by side, two healed people, still healing together, choosing accountability, choosing repair always. I imagine you meeting my silence without fearing distance, understanding depth instead. I imagine you seeing my flaws and not weaponizing them during anger. I imagine laughter after misunderstandings, relief replacing tension, connection restored stronger. I imagine future children learning love by watching us communicate, not just survive. I imagine teaching by example daily what respect looks like inside commitment. I imagine protecting our inner circle from toxic interference, from unnecessary chaos. I imagine boundaries held with kindness, standards enforced calmly, without guilt, manipulation. I imagine legacy, not online validation, not shallow approval, but impact lasting. If you fear time slipping away, remember preparation matters more than speed. Love arrives when capacity matches, not when loneliness screams loudest at night. If you're waiting while doubting hope, know I'm waiting too. Becoming better daily, not scrolling endlessly, not numbing emptiness, but building discipline and emotional maturity. When 2026 comes, it won't surprise me, because preparation announces its arrival quietly. I won't rush your healing timeline. I won't pressure your readiness ever. I'll meet you where you stand and walk forward only when aligned. If fate delays, I'll trust wisdom, because forced love always extracts interest. This part exists to reassure you that intention remains after initial hook. If you felt seen again, not excited temporarily, but grounded deeply, then remember this: love doesn't rush. It recognizes calmly and stays present. Part 2 ends, but foundation deepens. This story continues without rushing chapters. If you're her, you didn't just listen, you felt understood without defending yourself. Stay patient, stay discerning. Your future husband is becoming ready, and when paths finally intersect, there will be peace, not confusion. If you're still here with me, it means depth. Recognize depth again. Most people leave after curiosity fades. Only souls stay when truth appears. This part isn't me chasing attention. This is alignment, testing emotional stamina, because forever requires endurance, not excitement, consistency, not fireworks, presence, not performance. I'm speaking now to the woman who values meaning over momentary thrill. You've been strong for far too long alone, carrying invisible weight. You smiled publicly while bleeding privately, mastering survival mode, calling it independence. But strength alone should never replace being deeply held, emotionally, safely. I don't want to impress you. I want to understand you fully. I want to know what scares you when lights turn off silently. I want to know what you needed but never received without asking again. I want to know how you love when trust feels finally safe again. I'm not afraid of your depth, because I have depth too. Surface level love bores my soul. I crave conversations that change perspectives. If you're intense, emotionally self-aware, overthinking sometimes, you're not too much. You're just rare. In shallow spaces, misunderstood by people who avoid introspection. I won't ask you to shrink to fit comfort of insecure minds. With me present, your voice matters, your intuition counts, your boundaries respected. I believe marriage is emotional safety before legal paperwork, before cultural expectations. I believe choosing one person daily, even when annoyed, even when tired. I believe attraction grows through respect. Desire deepens through feeling emotionally chosen. I don't flirt with other options when committed emotionally. My focus narrows naturally. If we disagree, we won't destroy what we're building to win arguments. I choose repair over being right, connection over ego. Always, always, always. I know triggers don't mean weakness. They reveal unhealed places, asking for compassion. I won't weaponize your vulnerabilities during heated moments. That's emotional violence. I want us to feel safe, even while arguing, even while hurt. I imagine nights where honesty flows without fear of abandonment threats. I imagine you expressing needs clearly, without rehearsing words, without anxiety spikes. I imagine me listening fully present, not interrupting defensively, not minimizing feelings. I imagine growth because love challenges patterns, not people, habits, not worth. I don't want a perfect woman. I want accountability and emotional courage. I'll admit wrongs without justifying them. I'll apologize sincerely and change behavior. If I promise, I follow through. My word is my signature. I know trust is built slowly, brick by brick, moment by moment. I won't rush your readiness because safety can't be demanded ever. I'll earn access to your heart through consistency shown, not persuasive words. I imagine you meeting my family, not to impress, but to belong. I imagine traditions merged respectfully,